Hi everyone, this is my consumer unit squeezed in under the cupboard under my stairs. Pretty standard, I would say, for most houses. The top right here, you've got the service head, which has got the main fuse. Probably, I've not looked in there, it's sealed, it's probably around 80 amps. Here to the left, you've got the electrical meter, and then down here, you've got the main consumer unit. This is an MK consumer unit. If I just open that up, you can see inside it's split load. You've got two banks of 6, each one protected by an RCD, one here and one there, and then the main cutout unit. This one's completely full and serves everything in the house. I want to start putting some power outside the house. I want some garden lights, some sockets, heating, and a bit of automation in the garden. So I want to put a separate consumer unit so that if anything goes wrong outside where electrical items are more exposed, then the house is protected. So I'll probably use this space to the right and have a secondary consumer unit fitted, and I'll use, or have the electrician use, this space up here to mount an overall isolation switch and the terminal blocks to split the feed. So what will happen, you've got the feed coming out of the consumer unit at the moment, which goes just over that board, runs down, and then comes back up into the electrical meter here. Instead, that will go up to the top. I'll mount another piece of wood up here. Then there'll be a main isolation switch. Then from the isolation switch, the wires will come down, go to a couple of termination blocks here. The meter will move slightly to the left, and then from those termination blocks you'll have one feed going into the existing house consumer unit, and then the other feed will go over to the right. I've made a piece of wood already, so you can see here, this is just a piece of pine which I cut to size and painted. If I just slot that in at the top, you can see that will fit up there on spacers, and then the additional electrical items can be mounted on that. And if I just come down to the floor here, this is the isolation unit that's going to be used. So you'll have the live feeds coming in one side and then out the other, and then the switch means they can be isolated. And then here I've got 2 Henley blocks, so the feed will go into the Henley block. You can see in there's a nice big brass connector, so the feed will come in the top, and then out of this one will go to the main household consumer unit, and then out of this side will go to the new consumer unit for outside. So I've got 2 of these, one for live, one for neutral. Anyway, that's part 1. I'm going to mount that to the wall now with some spacers. So there's about 15mm air gap behind, so any cables can be run behind there if necessary to keep it neat. And I'll come back with a second part video once all the installation's done and just talk you through what's happened. That's all for now. If you like these videos, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.